Hi everyone, Erin from the Wine Sisters. Thanks so much for joining me. We have an excellent episode for you, and probably one that couldn't come soon enough because, hey, is it 5 o'clock yet? Let's get drinking. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about how to open a sparkling wine bottle. A lot of people have a lot of intimidation around this because, rightfully so, there is more pressure in a sparkling wine bottle than there is in a big rig tire. So when we see those sporting events where the champion team wins and they're in the locker room and they're shaking the bottle around and aiming it at each other, I don't want to be a buzzkill. I promise, I'm fun at parties, I swear I am. But you could truly lose an eye. You could shoot your eye out. You don't want that cork, blowing up in your face. I've opened up champagne bottles where it's gotten away from me and it's dented the ceiling. So numero uno point is to make sure that you always keep your face well away from the bottle, especially when you're in environments where the bottle is quite chilled, but perhaps it's summertime and it's quite warm where you are. That temperature shift can be a little bit volatile. I'm not saying this to freak you out. It doesn't happen all the time. It does happen occasionally, but I just want to give that as my caveat. But I'm going to show you a foolproof way to open up your sparkling wine without the safety goggles. Okay, so let's do this with grace. Now, on every sparkling wine bottle, you're going to have a tab, and in some cases it's going to be easier, and in some cases it's going to be more difficult to find. This one isn't too bad. It's already a perforated edge, so all we're going to do is just take it off, just like that, and leave it off to the side. Should you not have a perforated edge, just use your wine knife, it'll be fine. Now, here's a little interesting fun factoid, is that this tab, which all wines, sparkling wines that are sealed under cork have, every bottle, whether it's a Prosecco, whether it's a champagne, whether it's a sparkling wine from elsewhere in the world, every single bottle requires 6 twists. Count with me, I promise you, no matter what bottle, and this way you won't start screwing it back up again. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See that? 6 every single time. So I just open this up a little bit more, make it a little bit wider, again, face far enough away, and I'm going to remove what we call the cage. You can keep this for a memento if you choose. Make a little chair out of it or something. I've got a cloth napkin. I'm going to use this. I find it gives me a better grip. And what you want to do is you want to twist the bottle from the bottom. Actually, that's a little bit thick. I'm just going to use it a little bit thinner. Twist the bottle from the bottom. I'm left-handed. Obviously, you'll use whatever dominant hand you have. My thumb is securely over the top. And all I'm going to do is fight against it. It's already coming out. Woo! Happy New Year! Ta-da! Now that was a bit loud. You could even hear, even under the muffling of the napkin, you could hear that it was coming out with some force. Technically, that's improper service. I mean, I don't want to be a purist about it because who wants to party with purists? Absolutely no one. But what you're supposed to do is it's supposed to sound like the sigh of a contented woman. You decide for yourselves. Leave me a comment if you want to about what a sigh of a contented woman should sound like. It shouldn't sound like a gun going off. It should sound just like a little hiss. Meh, I'm not a contented woman, I guess, because I've never approached it. Now, when you want to pour it, some people will pour it like this, stick their thumb in the bottom. I don't have the strongest wrists. It's been a bummer for most of my boyfriends, but I don't have the strongest wrists, so I actually do grab it by the bottle. And you don't want to pour it like you're pouring a beer. What you want to do is you want to pour it straight on. So I'll hold it up so you get it a little bit easier. You want to pour it straight down. And you want to pour it slowly. See how it's already crusting up with foam? So I'm going to pull that away. If I had other people to drink with, man, that sounded sad. But if I had other people to drink with, I would be pouring them and returning to me. But now I'm just going to top it again. The mousse has dissipated a little bit, and I'm very slowly and carefully pouring straight into the glass. Right to about there is great, but the saddest thing is when you just pour too fast and it crusts over the glass and you waste all your wine. So see this? I'm just gonna give it a smidge more because I'm a big girl and I deserve it. With regular wines, you would normally pour only sort of 1/3 of the glass. With sparklings, you do want to pour more of 2/3 of the glass. I guess there's nothing more to do than drink this up. So once again, thank you. If you like this video, please share it with all your friends and wine lovers. Give us a subscribe. And I love to hear what you're thinking and if you've employed this method for yourself. So do leave me a comment, and I'll see you next week. Santé!